takeaway number one, Miami still can't win the game that everybody's watching. Monday Night Football in Pittsburgh, in the cold. It's December.
Yeah.
We suck.
You understand how many narratives could have been blown out of the water with a win in this game?
They've had so many opportunities to blow away these narratives in just the last 4 years that Mike's been the coach, and they've never done it.
It's crazy.
The Thursday night game against Buffalo that we somehow won was the only time.
Well,
was that a Thursday night game?
No, one against Dallas to get into the playoffs too.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But
so I'm gonna throw it to you because it wasn't one bad drive, dude. It wasn't. It was never having control, not of just the game, never having control of ourselves. It was. I don't even know what to say. It was so hard to watch.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've said it before. Where there's smoke, there's fire. We can't win big games. We can't win games in the cold. Tua is 0 forever in games where it's below 40 to 44 degrees or whatever it was, 40 degrees, something like that. The other narrative, Miami can't win in national media games. Yeah, very true. We can't.
Nope.
Lights are too bright. Sounds are too loud. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand what happens.
Sounds are too loud. I like that.
Right. I can't. There's nothing else that makes sense to me. Like, what else could it be? Because I've never seen it before. I've never seen a team struggle on national. Normally, teams are excited to get into national media games, and they play better.
1-3 this year.
What are we? I'd be curious to see what we are in national media games in the Mike McDaniel. I mean,
I put it in one of the other show notes when we were ranting about this the last primetime game we had. It's not good. It's not a
good number.
And we're 1-3 this year, so it's even more not good.
No, but in this game specifically, since we are reacting to this specific game, not to the entire season, this was a clear game that Miami we never had momentum. It was very clear and evident from the beginning. We were disjointed. Outside of the very first pass, we were very disjointed. Momentum was always in Pittsburgh's hands. They were doing whatever they wanted. I think Rodgers was at halftime. He was like 16 of 17, and he was 28 of 29, or 23 of 28, or something like that.
Something ridiculous
for the entire game. They were doing what they were playing the way you play in a cold, windy night Monday Night Football game.
Mm-hmm.
They were playing dink and dunk, keep everything in front of you. We're going to just take what you give us. Excuse me. We're going to commit to the run, and we are going to dictate how this game is played. And you look at the time of possession. You look at how many plays were run for them versus us. And it is so heavily weighted in their favor. I mean, there was no way we win this game. And then you factor in the fact, we only had, we only had negative 20 yards in the third quarter. It was just a comedy of errors. And then, supporting stats, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Miami averaged under 5 yards per play against Pittsburgh. The end of the second quarter, beginning of the third quarter series for Pittsburgh was where this game was lost.
Oh, it came out after halftime and just ran it down our throats. It was like 6 straight runs.
Well, it was 7-3.
Yeah. 7-6, I think.
No, 7-3.
Was it 7-3?
And then at halftime, at a half, because remember, we won the toss, but we decided to kick it off.
Right.
We went down, stalled out, got the field goal. They went down. We exchanged punts. They got a touchdown right before half, 7-3. They came out at the half, walked down the field, got a touchdown in the beginning of the third quarter, 14-3. We got the ball back, stalled out, punted it to them. They went down for another touchdown. We got the ball back, went 4 and out. We punted it to them. They got another touchdown. The game was well far and away and over. It was just a comedy of errors on our part. And maybe I'm biased, if I'm being honest. Maybe I'm a little biased here, but it all stemmed from Tua. I'm sorry. The defense did what they could. When you're on the field as much as they are, there is no way, shape, or form that I'm expecting them to be good at the end of the game, because towards the end of the game, they're playing. They were actively trying to punch the ball out instead of making the tackle, because they wanted to get the ball back, because the offense needed as many chances as possible. And I don't put that on the defense. They played their asses off. The first quarter and beginning of the second quarter tackling was the best I've seen this entire season.
Oh, yeah. It was amazing, which is why the second half was so surprising. But I think you make a really good point. Like, if your quarterback is playing such uninspired ball that you can't even get a first down, like what are you playing for at that point? As a defense, it's got to be so infuriating to be going out there and making plays, making stops. They stopped them, the first 4 drives they had? And the offense was like, cool, thanks for getting us the ball back. We're going to give it right back to them.
Go do it again, guys.
Yeah, do it again. Get out there and make it work. And it was just, I don't know. Like, the announcers kept saying it was a defensive battle. To me, it looked like offensive struggle. Both offenses looking anemic there in the first half before Pittsburgh finally turned it on there towards the end of the first half.
Yeah, honestly, we never grabbed control of the game ever. We never even looked like we wanted control of this game.
We didn't even look like we wanted to be there for all that talk. That's all it ever is all this talk. All this talk. We showed up a day early so we could practice in the snow. More talk. Man, how about some action on game day?
Yeah.
Not 2 days before going out there playing in the snow. Like, that's going to make a difference.
Yep.
Can't get used to 10-degree weather in a day.
No. We were talking in our group chat. We were like, dude, I've been in Connecticut for almost 13 years. It's cold here every year. I'm still not used to it.
I know. 20-something years I've been here.
Like, there's no way that coming down a day early, you're going to get used to 10-degree weather.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah. And maybe some of these guys, their bodies are used to it, whatever. Minka just came from Pittsburgh, so I'm sure he was fine.
Oh, yeah.
But it was so just... I'm having a hard time putting words to my feelings right now because it's such an emotional breakdown after watching this team look like they bounced back, looking at the coaching situation as, okay, maybe it's not so bad, looking at the quarterback situation and being like, okay, well, at least they're not letting him throw it, so we should be fine. And then it all just completely reverses in a 60-minute game where we go right back to the freaking Thursday night game against the Ravens where we got shellacked, another AFC North team that just completely dismantled us in primetime.
Yeah.
And now we get to go face the Bengals, which we'll talk about tomorrow. And I'm expecting a lot of the same there. Spoiler alert. Yeah. And we're in Cincinnati there.
Yeah, you guys are not going to like my final score prediction for that game.
All right, man. We're eliminated from... I mean, the biggest bummer about not being able to win this game isn't just that we couldn't get over the narrative hump, which, Jesus, is that such a big one. But it's like you get eliminated from playoff contention. I feel like this is the same story every year with this Mike McDaniel-led team. It's that when the game needs to be won, when you have to go in there and you have to win in order to keep your hopes alive, this team is like, nah, bro.
Well, no. Yeah, I disagree a little bit because, we did make the playoffs. We didn't do anything in the playoffs, right? And that's where my comment...
I need to remind you about how we made those playoffs. I think you're forgetting.
No, I don't forget.
I think you do.
Here's where my comments stem, where I said I think this is more on Tua than it is on Mike McDaniel. A coach can only coach so much. You can only call a play. You're not on the field actually doing the thing, right?
But even in our monster 2023 season, who did we lose to in primetime to lose the division? And then we have to play a wild card game.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Will Levis?
Yeah.
And Tennessee Titans. That's my point. When it's on the line, this team doesn't show up. Yeah. We made the playoffs that year because we played great football against a weak schedule. We had one of the weakest schedules in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
like New England this year. Just kidding.
Like New England. We'll see what happens there, right? We'll see what happens there. But in the last 2 weeks of the year, the last 2 weeks of the year in 2023, we got smacked around by the Baltimore, and then we got smacked around by Buffalo, and then we whimpered into the playoffs, and we got smacked by Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't beat good teams, man. The Buffalo win this year has been the lone exception. I'm still not sure that was our team. I think we brought in...
the billionaire owner just paid
he just paid other people to come in. The
Ravens to come in and wear a jersey.
Paid him in. Pay the man. All right, let's go back to the chat before we hit to takeaway number 2. Takeaway number 1 is that we can't win in primetime. That's essentially it. When the national spotlight is on us, we crumble and we hide in the shadows.
Yeah.
But we're never bouncing out of the shadows. We're just there forever. We get stuck.
I will say this though, like your comment about, being deflated, we're officially eliminated. Like, to me, it's a breath of fresh air. I never thought we were making the playoffs. Right. And I feel like now, finally, because there is no mathematical chance we could win out. We could win by 70 points every week and we're still not making the playoffs. Hopefully we try something, because it's like, okay, well, we're not doing anything. Let's bench Tua. Let's bench this guy. Let's do this. Let's throw in some rookies. Let's move some pieces around. Maybe we can see and start seriously evaluating foundational young pieces for this team going forward.
That's a very good point. And I think where my disappointment comes from is that for once in my lifetime as a Dolphins fan, I would love to be able to have something positive to hang my hat on. I would love to be like, yup, we went to Pittsburgh in 10 degrees and beat the shit out of the Steelers in Pittsburgh on a Monday Night Football. But it just continues to be 35 plus years of nothing to hang my hat on and just being a miserable fan.
Hey, but we beat the Bills.
Well, there you go. They'll be in the playoffs in a few weeks, and we won't. All right, let's get to the chat. I'm curious to see what McDaniel can do with a quarterback that isn't limited like Tua.
Thank you.
Now, I understand this point, but he's a big reason why Tua's still here. So I shun that comment, because he was the one that went to bat for him getting that extended contract. He was the one that came in here talking all sweet, like, Tua's my guy. I love that guy. He's definitely a great quarterback. So he's part of the problem.
Well, he was a good quarterback. You've even admitted he was a good quarterback in 2023.
Well, I don't know who that was, though. I don't think it was Tua. When Shula was around, one of the best records in Monday Night Football, it's the Shula curse. It could be. The Jets have a curse on them, that's for sure.
Yikes.
100%, man. 100%.
Yep.
The defense came out looking like a top 5 unit that they've been playing like, and they left being like, God damn, I hate our offense. They probably went home on a different bus. Screw these guys. Yeah, negative 20 yards in the third quarter. No. The second, I mean, I know that the former players say that the halftime adjustment is an overstated thing, but clearly the other teams are doing something that we're not.
Yeah. Well, just keep playing this. We'll find a way to screw up.
We're going to talk about this no lack of urgency in the final 6-7 minutes of the game. I mean, absolutely atrocious. We're definitely going to talk about that.